Layla, guess what? Today, I found a dress that looks really good on me. It's a new one from a luxury brand. I see. You really love luxury brands, don't you? What's with that tone? Are you being sarcastic? Well, okay. So, the staff asked me if I wanted to try it on. So, I tried it on. What? It looked so good on me that I thought it was designed just for me. The sales clerk said she thought so too, so I bought it. Are you for real? Didn't you just buy a bag from the same brand the other day? So what? I'll look even better if I wear them as a set. I understand your feelings, but you don't even have a job. You don't have much of a chance to wear luxury brand goods, do you? You? How rude of you. Are you trying to say that I don't look good in it? No, it's not that. I'm just worried about the financial aspect since it's an expensive purchase. You don't have to worry about that. I've bought what I wanted to buy, and I'm not going to change that habit. I see. So, I asked them to alter the size a little. I see. And when the alterations are done, I'll have them delivered to your house. Cash on delivery. So have your cash ready. What? Does cash on delivery mean I have to pay for the dress? I made everything cash on delivery. I didn't have any money with me at the time. So please bring the package to my house when you get it. Wendy, wait a minute. What? You said you made everything cash on delivery. Does that mean I have to pay cash? That's right. Because it's going to be delivered to your house and I won't be there. I have to ask you to do it. What? By the way, how much is the dress? It was cheap. It's a new dress, but I think it cost a little over $500. That much? You bought a dress that costs more than $500? Yes, but it's pretty cheap for that brand. It really was a bargain. What a good shopper I am. And you want me to pay for it? That's nothing to worry about. You two are working together, so you have money, right? No, that's not what I mean. You send everything you buy to our home, and I'm always paying for it. There's a limit to how much I can spend, even if we are both working. You don't have to be so stingy. I'm going to pay you back. Are you sure about that? Huh? Because you haven't returned a penny. It's already over $2,000. First of all, we would like you to pay back what I had paid for. What? You know what? Are you trying to take money from your mother-in-law? What kind of a despicable wife are you? Please don't talk like that. I'm not trying to rob you. I'm just asking you to return the money I had paid for. The amount is too much. You are really stingy even though you work. We are working for our own living. We want to have children in the future, and we want to build our own home. We are working to save money for that. It's not we have extra money to spend. But you can afford to pay for my groceries, right? That's why I haven't been able to save any money for the past few months. At this rate, I will have to withdraw my savings as well. So please pay back once and for all. Are you saying it's my fault that you can't save money? Are you kidding me? The reason you can't save is because you are not good at managing your finances, isn't it? Why don't you think about how to save wisely, like keeping a household account or something? No matter how hard I try, if I'm constantly paying for your purchases of $500 or more, I won't be able to save any money. You really are stingy, aren't you? My daughter is not like that, you know? What? Kristen always buys me things I like. The other day, she paid for my beauty treatment in full. It was more than $500. The cost of the course was a few $1,000s. And Kristen paid for that? She is a really good daughter who loves her mother. She never asks me to pay up like you do. She always pays in full and is very kind. I wish you could learn something from her. I can't. Well, you're so stingy. Anyway, the dress will definitely arrive, so please pick it up and pay for it. Hey, Wendy, please pay back first. Layla, are you home? Yes, I'm here. Are you done with work? It's going to take a little longer, but there's something that's been bothering me, so I texted you. What's wrong? No, it's not about me. It's about my sister. What about Kristen? Yeah, I read the text she sent me, and it seems my mom is holding back on her income. Huh? I don't understand what you mean. Kristen's workplace was introduced by my mother, right? Oh, that's right. Mom took advantage of the fact that she knew the president of the company. She changed the payroll to her own account without even asking Kristen. What? I know. I was surprised when I heard that for the first time, too. That's why... Huh? I just got a text from your mother. She said Kristen buys her whatever she wants. What? I cannot believe it. But apparently, Kristen quit her job. Really? From what I heard, she was sexually harassed by her boss. She couldn't take it anymore, so she left the company. I didn't know that. I feel sorry for her. But she had been thinking about quitting for a while, and now she seems to be fine. She's been working there for a long time, so it's good that she'll get severance pay. That's true. She doesn't have to put up with sexual harassment. Oh, I see. What? Recently, Wendy made a purchase on delivery. She's been asking me to pay for her purchases on delivery. That's what she texted me about today. So it seems like I've been turning into an ATM because Kristen can't pay for things anymore. That makes sense. She said she bought a luxury brand dress today. She asked me to pay $500 for it. What the heck is she thinking? Because she can't use Kristen's money anymore, she started using your money? She never listened to my advice, no matter how many times I told her not to. Up until now, has she ever relied on you? I guess it's a good thing I decided to get my own job and left home as soon as I could. If I'd decided on a job through my mom like my sister did, I might have suffered the same fate. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I shudder to think what would have happened if I had been turned into a personal ATM. Yeah. So, about my sister's severance package. Yeah? She said she didn't want Mother to take it out, so she opened a new account just for the money. But apparently, my mother asked the boss to transfer the money to her account first. What? That's unbelievable. Kristen was planning to use the money to move out of the house, but she couldn't do it anymore because my mother had transferred the money to her account. Kristen didn't think she would go that far. Surely, no matter how long she waited, the severance pay wasn't transferred. So she inquired about it and found out that it had already been transferred to my mother's account. Doesn't that sound like a scam? Can't we get her severance money back? They said it had already been used. Could it be for fees for a beauty salon? Perhaps. So that's how it is. But then I feel so sorry for Kristen. Paul, can't you do something about it? Yes, that's what I was going to talk to you about. I just need to get Kristen out of the house and get a job at a company that has nothing to do with my mother. Yeah, that's absolutely right. So, you're going to have to work with me on that. Okay, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Hey, Layla, can I ask you a favor? Yes, Wendy, what is it? A friend of mine invited me on a trip. Oh, well, that's great. And I just bought a luxury brand dress and bag the other day. Perfect timing, right? You said I wouldn't even have a chance to wear it. Well, what do you think now? I can have a going out schedule that's worthy of it, you know? I guess. So, I'm going on a 2-week trip to Hawaii with your money. Now get your money out. Huh? Why should I pay for your trip? You still haven't paid me back for the things you bought. Huh? On the contrary, why should I be refused? Don't you feel like giving a trip to your mother-in-law who has been so kind to you? Normally, I might feel that way. But if I'm forced to pay for your shopping every time you go out, and don't even pay me back, I'm not going to give you a trip. You're a very nagging wife. I don't care what you think. Anyway, grow up and give me the money for the trip to Hawaii. You sound like a fraud, you know that? You take money from people for whatever reason. A fraud? Don't be silly. I'm the mother who raised Paul, remember? Have a little respect for your mother-in-law. Like, share your payroll account with me or something. Fine. Then I'll give you my credit card. What? If you have my credit card, I won't have to pay for it, right? Oh, wow. You're so understanding. You're finally becoming like Kristen. That's very good. I won't say anything bad about you, but you should take good care of your in-laws. I'll bring the credit card tomorrow. I'll be waiting. Paul, where is Layla? Why? I have her credit card with me. She told me to pay for my trip to Hawaii with the card, but there's no money in the account, and her salary hasn't been transferred yet. Yesterday was her payday, right? I have to pay for my trip by tomorrow. I just want to ask her what's going on. Oh. I went to her house earlier, but it didn't look like anyone was home, so I'm chilling at the nearby cafe. What time is she coming home? Are you going to be home soon? I'm with her right now. We both came home early today and just relaxing at home. What? But there was no one at home. That's right. What are you talking about? You guys are just relaxing at home? What is going on? We moved out. Moved out? I didn't hear anything. What? What do you mean? I have a question I want to ask her. What's going on with that credit card? About that, how much did you have Layla pay for your shopping? I'm sure it went over $2,000. But when will you pay her back? What? I'll pay her back when I have enough money saved up. But I haven't been able to save up enough money. Don't lie to me. You never intended to pay her back from the beginning, did you? And now, you want her to pay for your trip to Hawaii? Don't play with her. Don't treat my wife like an ATM. I never said she was an ATM. You're just saying that on your own. This credit card was given to me by Layla herself. She said I can use it whenever I want. She did that as a desperate measure because you were always pestering her. What? What do you mean? If she didn't do that, you always make her pay by cash on delivery, don't you? That's why we moved. That's why you moved out? That's right. And she gave you that credit card to deviate your attention. Isn't this her payroll deposit account? It used to be, but the bank her company works for changed. Starting this month, her salary will be deposited into a new bank account. What? Then this account will stay empty forever. I have to pay for my trip to Hawaii by tomorrow. How is she going to pay for it? Why should she pay for your trip to Hawaii? Why don't you pay for it yourself? I don't have that kind of money. That's why I asked her to pay for it. You were going to go on a trip to Hawaii with her money? That's what I meant. I'm her mother-in-law, so she can think of it like giving me a trip. How can you call that being a mother? What? I know about Kristen, too. About Kristen? What are you talking about? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You had Kristen's salary deposited in your account, and you only gave her an allowance and spent everything else as you pleased. I was trying to save money for Layla. I just had to transfer it to my account to stop wasting money. Stop lying to me. She was grieving. You even took her severance money from her, and by the time she realized it, you had spent it all. It's not like I took it. Yeah, but the fact is, you spent it all. You know, Kristen and I both know that you are a terrible spender. It's always been that way. Whenever you had something you want, you would spend it. Every time we couldn't pay school expenses, school lunch, or whatever. It was embarrassing for me and Kristen. Now I'm afraid asking you how much money you have left. Well, since you and I are not living together anymore, I don't have to tell you. I'm not going to ask because I can guess. I don't want to be a fool anymore, so we've decided to move out in a hurry. Where? I won't tell you. I don't want to have to pay cash on delivery for your purchases. Well then, that's that. I don't think I'll be talking to you anymore. Paul, wait a minute. Wendy, that's what this is about. I'm sorry I deceived you about the credit card, but I had no choice. If we didn't do something, we would have gone bankrupt soon. Who do you think you are? How could you deceive your mother-in-law? I also heard about Kristen. I'm so sorry to hear that you were spending most of her salary. That's none of your business. By the way, Kristen moved out too. Huh? She did? That can't be true. Her stuff is still at home. It seems that she packed only what she really needed in her bag and left home. Even so, she wanted to get out of the house. You know why, don't you? I don't understand. That girl lost her job, and I was supposed to be the one to get her the next job. Why did she leave at such an important time? It wasn't right, you know. Don't you understand? What? If she changes job with the company you introduced, she would become your ATM again, wouldn't she? If she couldn't spend her own money freely, she couldn't buy what she wants, and she couldn't even save money. Even if she works hard, nothing is fun, right? I feel sorry for her. Don't talk like you know what you're talking about. Are you trying to lecture me like a big shot? Don't be silly. I was just speaking for Kristen. That's how she feels. That's how she made the decision to leave home. Are you serious? Does that mean I'll have to live alone from now on? That's what it means. She said she has no intention of telling you where she went. What about my living expenses? You have a pension, don't you? With just the pension, there's very little money at my disposal. But you also have the insurance money that your husband left you. But I guess you used up all of it? No matter how you look at it, there's nowhere else for the money to come in other than the pension. That's why I was relying on you guys. Don't you think it's strange to make your mother-in-law suffer so much? Both Paul and Kristen said they've been embarrassed about money since they were little. They can't tell you how many times they apologized to their teachers. It sounds to me that you were also tormenting your own children. Huh? You don't know anything about it. But if you weren't, we wouldn't have moved out without telling you where we went, would we? Both Paul and Kristen said they don't want you to take away their money anymore. Oh no. Am I really going to be alone? I'm afraid so. Layla, Paul is your husband, right? You, as his wife, you have to convince him. He's my eldest son, so he's obligated to live with me. I don't think so. He told you that he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. That's what he said. As long as my husband says so, I'm willing to go along with him as well. Please don't say that and try to talk to him. Besides, I don't want any more goods delivered by cash on delivery. I like to live quietly in a place where you don't know where we are. Then just tell me where Kristen is moving to. I can't. Please don't cause her any more trouble. Layla, don't be cold. I'll change and let me start over. It's too late. From now on, you have to take care of your living expenses all by yourself. I hope you can make a good living on your own. Well then, bye. Layla, wait a minute. I thought Wendy, who became alone, would change her life. But as a result of her shopping spree, she went into debt. As a result, she had to sell her house because she couldn't afford it anymore. Alone and without a place to live, her sister, Paul's aunt, let her live in her house. When her sister found out about the situation, she told her to pay back Kristen's severance money. I heard that she's now forced to work and now working every day in tears. Paul, me, and Kristen are living our lives, enjoying the happiness of being able to spend our money freely. For now, we are trying to get back the money my mother-in-law spent. I'm going to work hard to save money for a while.